I'm here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, the biggest arcade in the world. Some sources say that it's in New Hampshire. I don't know. Who cares? Big arcade. Guys, Doug Walker was here. Do you get it? This is a big deal. I'm going to be trying out a bunch of games and seeing which ones are the most accessible to me. I've always loved Galloping Ghost. I went here when I was a little two-armed boy. This is my first time going since becoming one-armed, and I went with my two-armed girlfriend, Chloe, who hasn't been there before. So I strapped on my GoPro, connected it to a battery pack because it has shit battery life by itself. Look guys, I'm in Minecraft. And here we go! Now I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. Dance Dance Revolution. You only gotta use your legs. And you're right. But Galloping Ghost doesn't have DDR. But don't worry guys, I got something better. Let me introduce you to my favorite arcade game in the world.
The Burt Funky Fighter.
This game is rad. Basically, it's a glorified whack-a-mole with buttons and a screen and a JoJo-esque art style. Ow. 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 Okay. Yeah, it's been about a year and a half since my amputation, but my stub is still really sensitive. I'm legit sweating. Punch him 10 times. What? Got him. I'm fucking exhausted. Yeah, like DDR, this game is also kind of a workout. Oh my god. You do it. Have a go at it.
This is just whack-a-mole. You're so right.
It's awesome. I love it so much. Who got the higher score though? Let's see. Oh no, you did get higher points than me. Wow, who could have expected it? Next game, House of the Dead. This game is completely one-handed, so I had absolutely no issues playing it. Just a handgun and a trigger. To reload, you just shoot off the screen. I can still shoot zombies. I guess I'll put these games in a tier list for how accessible they are to me. So, first Funky Fighter, C. I still had a lot of fun with it though. And House of the Dead, S. To clarify, this has nothing to do with how good the games are, just how well I'm able to play them. And people's disabilities vary so much, so I think it would be a bit insensitive to cover all these games from just the blanket term of accessibility. Hey, are you jealous of my walls? Yeah, you are. Don't lie to me. Check out Display, the sponsor of this video. These steel posters are awesome. They're the best way to make your room less boring. Halo Combat Evolved, really good game. Dishonored, really good game. Cat laughing at you, really good game. To put them up, you stick magnets on your wall, then you just slap the poster on there. This makes it easier to adjust if you didn't put the poster on straight, and you could easily swap it out with a different displate later. Displates are way higher quality and also look far better than flimsy paper posters, and they're better for the environment because they aren't killing trees. The art marketplace is also massive. They have selections from Star Wars, Marvel, Elden Ring, Garfield. From fun, goofy stuff to space tourism advertisements, you'll find something you like. And I'll let you in on a little secret. If you go to displate.com/ChampyT or use code ChampyT at checkout, you'll get 22% off if you order 1 or 2 displates and 33% off if you get 3 or more. Thanks to Displate for sponsoring this video. Next, we played a game I never heard of called iRobot. But when I started the game, a menu popped up and I didn't select to play iRobot the game. I selected Doodle City the ungame. So I was treated to this. I don't get it.
It's literally like a painting game.
It's Gary's mod.
This is Kid Hits.
This is open world though.
This is open world. This is innovative.
Then we walked away and I didn't even play the real game. But boy, could I make those shapes. I'm not gonna rank it though. Now let's play a classic, Dig Dug. A lot of arcade games have a similar control setup. A joystick and buttons, usually 1 or 2. Obviously, the original intention designing these games was for one hand to be used for the joystick and the other for the buttons. But for Dig Dug, I used one hand. I didn't even use my stub. I used my thumb and finger for the joystick and my pinky when I needed to use the pump. I'm not good at Dig Dug. Yeah, I wasn't good, but I could play it. B tier. Alright guys, I've seen all your comments suggesting that I should play fighting games, so your wish is my command. Karate Champ! Let's see if I can beat Chloe.
Practice player. What?
In this game, each player has 2 joysticks, one for moving and the other for attacking. And instead of each player having health, the game is separated into rounds, where the first player to hit the other just once wins that round.
Half point.
No. All right, come at me. Stop. You're taking too long.
Oh,
You won again.
I won with my 200 points.
Half point.
I got you. Yay.
Sick and twisted. Yippee!
Yeah, at first I was using my stub to control the right one, but then I switched to just my hand and it actually became way easier.
Yo. Gotcha.
Half point.
I figured out the meta, dude.
You did. I'm sucking.
Gotcha.
How does this thing work? What is going on?
I'm just too good for you. Isn't this game great? Oh my god, dude.
I cowered in a corner.
I'm a master. Gotcha. Yes. Yes. I won.
Sick and twisted.
I absolutely fucking annihilated Chloe. And she's a gamer, by the way. She has the world record speedrun and Victoria's Hollywood Arts debut for the 3DS, so yeah, I'm badass, basically. They should rename this game to Karate Champutee. The control setup isn't the most accessible, but I don't think more accessibility would give me more of an advantage, so S tier.
Half point.
Fuck you. Next up is another game I haven't heard of, Cosmic Cruiser. The control setup of this one is a joystick to move with a trigger on it to shoot and a dial to aim. So I had to switch between the two, sometimes in quick succession. I was able to play some of the game, but this is one of the least accessible games that I tried out. How do I use one arm to move a joystick, press a button on said joystick, while simultaneously moving a dial on the other side? F tier. Uh-oh. Guys, you hear that? It's a classic alert. Asteroids. No joystick in this game, just 5 buttons arranged in a line like this. Rotate left, rotate right, hyperspace, thrust, and fire.
Oh god, that is... Whoa, that is hard. That is impossible.
The arrangement of the buttons meant that I had to stretch my hand across them or awkwardly just switch between them. And at this point, I decided to just stop using my stub because it hurt too much.
I give up.
I had a lot of trouble with this game, but it very easily could have been accessible to me. There are 5 buttons, but what if they were placed like this instead? It's a small change, but I'd be able to press all the buttons with one hand, one finger for each button. And other people could still play with 2 hands if they want, or just put a joystick in there.
I'm 12 years old. I'm 12 years old. I'm not 21. I'm 12. It's the opposite.
Asteroids? Nah, D. I'm not throwing shade, though. It was made in 1979, before disabled people were invented. Up next, another classic space shooter, Sinistar. This game has a joystick, but the controls were still not the best for me. The fire and Cinnabomb buttons were pretty far from the joystick, so again, I had to stretch my hand uncomfortably to reach everything. Here, let me fix it. Sinistar gets a C for C, easy fix.
I am Sinistar.
Next, another one of my favorites, Smash TV. If you aren't familiar, it's like Binding of Isaac, but instead of you running from your mom trying to kill you with a bunch of Bible references, it's a really fucked up game show.
Whoa.
Look at him, dude.
Hot babes.
This is like Squid Game. Squid Game if it was televised.
This is another one where each player has 2 joysticks, like Karate Champ. But the joysticks are just a little further apart in this one, which makes the game a lot harder to play. If only I was him. Oh, this game is another C.
Big money!
Another classic is coming to town. Donkey Kong.
Take a look. Look at this game. It's kind of busticated.
Oh.
What is going on there?
F tier. Not even accessible to people with 2 arms. Next up, the original Mario Brothers.
Demonstration.
Oh yeah, we get it. This game is from 1980 something. You can't even jump on turtles in this game.
Oh no!
Oh my god, are you kidding me? What do we have to do?
I don't know.
No, we just have to get rid of the turtle shells. We have to jump above them, and then we have to kick them.
Mario game over.
Oh my god, we suck at this.
I'm still alive. Speak for yourself. I don't actually know what I'm doing though. I gotta be real.
This game was playable, just a joystick and a button. Chloe and I both just sucked. A tier. But you haven't seen nothing yet. Picture that I'm rubbing my hands together deviously. Now these Mario Brothers are super.
Aw, dang it!
Yeah, right next to the Mario Brothers is basically just a port of Super Mario Brothers for the NES. In this one, there's a joystick and 2 buttons.
Oh no. I'm good.
At first I was sucking. Chloe was getting ahead of me.
Hey, I have a Mario joke for you.
Uh-huh.
What is Mario's overalls made of? Denim. Isn't that a good joke?
That was a fantastic joke, Charlie.
Then I figured it out, and this game became perfectly accessible to me.
Dude, I figured out the control setup, dude. I put my palm on the joystick. Yo!
Arguably, Mario Brothers is more accessible control-wise because it's 1 less button, but I'm gonna give Super Mario Brothers an S tier because it's an infinitely better game and I had way more fun playing it. Pong. I don't care what anybody says, this game is still fun. And Galloping Ghost has their own branded Pong machine, which is pretty cool. It's completely accessible too, just 1 dial.
Oh, damn.
I'm so good at Pong. This is the skill that I've been waiting for.
You're fucking crushing me, dude.
Chloe beat me 11-7, but unlike First Funky Fighter, I know it had absolutely nothing to do with me having 1 arm. I just suck at Pong. Or Chloe's good. Or both. I don't know. S tier. Next game.
Oh no, it's not working. No.
I got so excited for you for a second.
Oh, Half-Life 2. This game was only released in Japan.
I was wearing my Half-Life shirt too. But I probably wouldn't have been able to play it anyway.
This is a new one, jeez. That's 3 buttons.
The big bass wheel in there.
Wait,
Chuck E. Cheese.
the one that's like it.
Hey, way to go, you win 10 tickets, huh?
There used to be an app that you could connect to Dave & Buster's and or Chuck E. Cheese, where it was just the big bass wheel. And you could play it on your phone for free, and then you could go into the store and change your tickets in.
For free though?
Yes.
Wouldn't they lose money? Because this is free tickets.
That's why it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
And I conned the shit out of them, dude. I think that's how we got our Wii U.
After Chloe told me about her dark past of Big Bass Wheel con schemes, we decided to play a little game called Ninja Clowns.
You wanna play Ninja Clowns?
Ninja Clowns? Yo, I want to play Ninja Clowns.
The name was great, we couldn't resist. This game's a beat 'em up. There's 1 joystick and 3 buttons.
We don't really look like ninjas. This game should just be called Clowns.
But they're fighting.
Neither of us play beat 'em ups though, so...
I don't know, I'm just button mashing now.
I'm always kind of one.
I was able to press all the buttons, I was just going, which is probably what it would have been doing if I had 2 arms. Ninja Clowns gets a B. Also on closer inspection, I think Dig Dug deserves an A. Next up is Quake Arcade Tournament Edition. I actually really like Quake. It's a fun shooter with a Lovecraftian horror art style and music by the Nine Inch Nails. I didn't get to play Half-Life 2 Survivor, but this is pretty close, so I was really excited when I saw it. This is what the controls look like.
That's too many buttons, dude.
7 buttons and one of those roller ball things. Clearly it's made for your left hand to go here and your right hand to go on the ball with your thumb on the attack button. But if I use my stub, I can't press that button. I have to shimmy my hand over here every time I want to shoot my gun.
Yeah, that's too much.
Quake is very complex for an arcade game. It's first person in a 3D environment, so like I get that it's not very accessible to me. I can play it at home, but I need to use my Azeron Cyro. They could have made it more accessible to me, but how far can you do that until it's inaccessible to the general public? I don't know. This gets an F, but like, no shade. All right, final arcade game. What do you think it's gonna be? Pac-Man? This guy right here? No, just a joystick, dude. That's accessible. S tier. Q*bert? Also a joystick. S. Space Invaders? No, but I did play Gorf.
This is just Space Invaders. Gorf, fuck you.
I'm not ranking Gorf out of spite. The last one is going to be a fighting game. The first funky fighter, that is. Oh, what? It's in the name. Look at me there, going absolutely crazy on those buttons. Chloe's turn. And guys, you won't believe this. I actually beat her. In this game where having both your arms gives you a big advantage, I actually prevailed.
Fuck.
It was close though.
Did you actually believe me? I did get a higher score than I did before, so that's something, I guess. And that was the end of our time at Galloping Ghost. Regardless of my ability to play a lot of these games, I still had a lot of fun. My first video was about how I figured out how to play mainstream games on console and PC, and that was a long, difficult, and frustrating process. I thought it would feel similar for arcade games, but it really didn't. There were a lot of games that I could very easily play, or at very least get used to playing. Some games were more difficult, some were practically impossible, but I was still having fun. What's funny is that a lot of these accessibility issues that I faced could be fixed very easily by just changing the arrangement of the buttons or moving things a little closer. Some of you might be thinking, why didn't you just bring your prosthetic arm? Well, I explained in that video that Steven is very clunky, heavy, and limited. Steven. Steven, you're growing. You're becoming a big boy. You're heavy. Steven might have helped here and there, but I know generally he would have been a hindrance. But what's the point of this video? To shame video game companies from the 70s for not thinking of one-handed people? No. Quite the opposite, actually. My point is, unless you're playing Counter-Strike or League of Legends or Overwatch or Rocket League or Valorant, I could go on. Games are supposed to be fun, and people with all different abilities deserve to have fun, even if they suck. And ironically, a lot of these old-ass games do a better job of this than games today. But I have noticed that companies have been paying more attention to disabled gamers lately. A company called BioWave recently partnered with Microsoft to release a really cool-looking controller for people with disabilities. And I will be taking a look at it. So, subscribe.